Hi everyone, my name is Lydia and welcome to my channel. So we have a lot to go through. Please like and subscribe and let's start. So the first trick I have for you is the power of eyeshadow. This is my new purchase, a very affordable eyeshadow palette, which I'm going to open here. Cute little packaging, so cute. Look at these colors. Look at these colors. So basically, my first trick is when you try new eyeshadow, like I'm going to try new color right now, don't splurge. Go for affordable brand because you're just going to experiment. I do the same thing with shades. When I want to try new shape of shades, I choose affordable shades because I don't want to invest in designer before knowing that this shape suits me. So I'm going to try the red one, and when I opened this palette I really wanted to try green one because it's just calling my name together with this gold. It will be such a beautiful combination, but I have the reason why I want to show you red one. Trust the process. Now I'm going to take a small brush. So we have red eyeshadow and the trick is, voila. So the point is, when we add the same color of eyeshadow with our top or dress, we have this stylish effect. Do you see how these two things match? How gorgeous is this actually? And I also have kind of matching nails, so I think that's also helping. Who would tell that red eyeshadow looks this good, right? Because I'm all about neutral eyeshadows, purple sometimes, normally brown and earthy tones, but this really changed the game, right? While I'm here, I would love to do fast makeup review on two products. So my favorite combination is this. I use Dior Backstage foundation and Tarte tape shaped concealer, and this works for me. It gives me everything I need. But as I ran out of my concealer, I went to purchase a new concealer and I was talked into purchasing dolce&gabbana Everlast concealer. And as I'm a sucker for good packaging, that's what I did. So I've been using this product for a week, but I'm going to open it now for the sake of the video because I know that some people love to see unboxing. Here it is, gorgeous packaging, very dolce&gabbana royal looking packaging. So this shade is 07 Light, and the seller was so kind to give me sample of dolce&gabbana foundation just to try. Now, I have this product on my face right now, but I will add just a little bit so that you can see how it looks on my skin. I'll add a little bit here, and a little goes a long way. This is a very applicator like this. I don't know why is it like that. So it's actually, in my opinion, not easy to work with because it's very drying. It's just very drying and cakey. It goes inside my pores. Now the light is not doing the justice because it's kind of helping, but I can see my pores, I can see my little everything that I want to hide. I mean, it doesn't really help it. So am I going to purchase again this concealer? No, I'm not. Actually, I can't wait to spend it because it's just not for me. And the thing is that it's gonna last me forever because a little goes a long way. So it's really gonna last forever. So what I'm gonna do, of course, I'm gonna go back to shop and purchase my Tarte. The same thing for foundation. This is in color shade 09C. It's just very drying. It doesn't, I can see foundation, that's the thing, I can see it, and I don't want to see it because when I have foundation from Dior Backstage, I don't see it. It's here, it's bright in my face, it's hydrating, it gives me everything without emphasizing my pores, my imperfections. It is covering my redness, and this is not the situation with Dolce&Gabbana. Sorry Dolce&Gabbana, I love your clothes, but not foundation and concealer. And that's it. That's my short Dolce&Gabbana makeup review. Let's continue. So I went and I watched Wuthering Heights, and I'm gonna give a short review because it doesn't deserve a long one. Did I cry? Yes, but I cry even watching cartoon, so this doesn't count. Basically, I went to watch the movie because of the fashion, of course. I loved Margot Robbie, what she wore, and I just wanted to see the outfits and everything, which was interesting. Maybe a little bit over the top sometimes, but still, yeah, good. The movie is actually made by the novel, very famous novel that I never read because I don't love to read love stories, but this is not really a love story, which I only realized later. So now that I know that the book is not about love, I'm actually interested to read it. But I felt if it's made by the book, I feel something is missing, right? Because it was too light, too easy. And books famous like that usually have some weight, right? But more importantly, fashion, men's fashion. Jacob Elordi is the actor of the moment, is the man every woman on this planet wants. But I'm more interested in his fashion and street fashion particularly. So recently I talked about men carrying handbags and what we think about that, and guess what? The hottest man on the planet at the moment carries a few handbags. So let's go through this. We are having a very interesting choice of handbags by Jacob Elordi, and I wonder, is this his choice or his street stylist choice? Because how many men can pull off a female's Chanel handbag? Can you do that? Or this one, or this one, or this one, or this one? I mean, he kind of look hot with his bags, strangely enough. I don't know, you tell me what you think. Me, I'm like, yeah, I mean, if this is part of your job and you're having that power to make it look good, sure, why not? But if we'll go now outside on the street, how many men will wear this? But he does carry some cool bags actually that I believe most of men can really pull off. Okay, enough with all this. Duh! Next trick is to have this denim button. Sometimes our denim can be loose around our waist, or maybe we lost some weight, things shift, things changed. So it is always useful to have this kind of button on hand so that we can change the placement of the button on denim and still be able to wear our denim. So you know how many times we have belt that doesn't have that extra loop, it doesn't come with a loop. So what I do, I went to cobbler and asked him to make these kind of things. They're made of leather. I take my belts with me and I give him the sizes that I'm looking for, so he tried to find as close enough fabric, material, leather and texture that I'm looking for. See, all of them are in different sizes, and I find them so handy because many times belts come without that extra loop and then we have just that belt hanging down, and sometimes I like the look, sometimes it looks cute, but sometimes it's just you can see that it's not intentional. So I love to have these kind of useful things just to be ready. Now many times I can't find them. So another trick is to hairspray your tights. This makes tights less likely to snag, and hairspray is also very good for spraying the flowers because they last longer. Talking about tights, there are specific gloves that women use when they want to put tights that are made of 10 and 15 den. These tights are very delicate, so they can really get destroyed easily. So these gloves really protect tights and make this process much easier while putting them on. Working in fashion industry, you get to learn a lot of things. So baby powder instead of dry shampoo is my favorite thing. It has the same result as dry shampoo and you will be amazed how much more affordable this is. I got this one in London when I visited kind of vintage market, flea market, and I really loved the bottle. And the smell is like such a luxurious perfume. I suppose some old lady had this on her vanity and now I get to have it. place like this and go through. You just shake it like that, the same way you do with dry shampoo. So if there is one thing to take from this video, is this one. Okay, next, take mascara that is almost at the end and just add a little bit of your face moisturizer. So you take like that with the back of the spoon, and then you add inside less than this. Then you take that brush and push inside the moisturizer like that. And then you mix like that to scratch from the walls of the tube. And now I put a little bit way too much because I was demonstrating, so you can put less than that so it doesn't come this white. And that's exactly how you make your mascara last longer. Try it. Hair ties to keep blazer sleeves up. Now, this is not my favorite trick because everybody knows this, but there are brands that make specific bands, wristbands, just for this purpose. They kind of look more luxurious and beautiful, but I believe it kind of has the same effect because we can still see that band when we lift the hand. And I'm also making the same fashion mistake because of course I use hair ties, transparent hair ties to keep my sleeves up, but every time I do this I can see them and it's not a cute look. I also saw famous actresses that stylists use hair bands, hair ties on their wrists to keep the sleeves up, and I mean, if they use it for such a big famous actress, what we can hope for. Now, there is a trick that I've learned a few years ago, and that is that there are brands that design their blazers with integrated elastic band inside the sleeve. So when we pull the sleeve up, there is an integrated band that just keep the sleeve up. And not that it's only practical, it's also looking much better because we don't see that line in particular motions. So I hope I will manage to find the brand that I saw that makes this kind of blazers. If not, just try to find these kind of blazers because I think this is a very, very intelligent way to design the blazer, and I think it should be a norm. Just now I watched fashion show by Victoria Beckham, and when she came out to salute everyone, she did this and we could see that yellow band here. And although the blazer was just a classic boyfriend blazer, gorgeous material, you can see the fabric is just... Still, that band was just ruining the look. And I mean, she's fashion designer. She's on top of the, ladder, fashion ladder, like, and she still makes that kind of mistake. And, I don't want to see that kind of fashion mistake on her and designers of this level. Just my opinion. So just design the blazers with integrated elastic band. Thank you. Leather punch hole. I used to take my belts and my shoes to the cobbler just for one haul, meaning a lot of time spent, a lot of gas spent, a lot of time searching for parking spent just for one haul. So I purchased this tool that has different sizes here, and now I can finally make haul in the comfort of my own home. But this is very useful because you can make extra hole on your shoe straps, on your belts, and it's really, really useful. Just be careful to get a good one because sometimes these little edges of this tool are rough and they can kind of make your hole kind of not clear, but very rough. I don't know how to describe, so I just can look a little bit not that smooth. So try to find a good one. This one is okay, it's not the best. I will probably try to find something better, but it's doing the job so far. Another trick is to change buttons on your blazers. I change buttons on blazers, shirts, blouses, even sweaters, cardigans and jackets, like whenever I like the item but I don't like the button because wrong button can really cheapen the look. Just buy the item and change the button. Another trick is to purchase these kind of pads. I don't want to call them sweat pads because I don't know what is the real name, but these pads are something that we place under our armpit, and they kind of absorb the sweat, because some fabrics like this, for example, this is polyester, so if I'm to wear this all day, it will show sweat under the armpit. And then I have these pads that I place inside, and they kind of absorb the sweat, because these fabrics really make us sweat. It's not your fault, you're clean, it's the fabric, okay? I put them on blazers because I don't like to take my blazers way too often to dry clean. I kind of feel dry cleaning is ruining our clothes anyways, so I just try to prevent often dry cleaning by using these pads. Another trick I have is to make your nail polish last longer, and we do that by adding some nail polish remover inside. So as you can see, I already did that. Basically the nail polish was almost empty, and what I did, I took nail polish remover and a little bit inside. As you can see now, it's like that. It is going to have a good color still, and it is going to do just fine. It's not something that I do all the time, but when I need it, you see, it's really working perfectly. But this is a very good trick that I use for many years. Oh, my Frenchie is here. She's been very kind for a long time. Okay, another thing that I recently showed in my video is this waistband, elastic waistband. This is very useful because with this little adjustable waistband, we can fold in our sweaters instead of tucking them in our skirts and make that little odd bulge at the front. Also, these kind of bands can shorten our midi skirts, like if the skirt is a little bit longer and you want to make it shorter, this is very useful to have. So I love to have this just in case. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope this video was useful, was a little bit fun and informative. So yeah, just let me know what was your favorite trick, and I will see you very soon. Bye!